6:50 to go in the second. 2-1 for Llewellyn. Puck goes behind the net. Knights find it first. They put it out front. Pass blocked. Now it goes in the corner. Crossweight gets it out of the zone. Back into Knights territory. Crossweight to Marshfield. His shot deflected. Carson gets it. Knocked back for Peugeot. He gets it into the zone. Biller gets it on net. Carson's all tied up. Literally could have been a hooking call. Icing called instead. .6:10 to go in the second. 2-1 Llewellyn. Crossweight gets the puck behind the net. Puck comes up the side. Marshfield plays the body. Gets puck to the blue line. The Knights keep it in. They get in the slot with it. They get a shot. Big save from Kessler. Puck cleared out of the zone by Marshfield's. Icing called though. .5:47 to go in the second. Not sure what happened with the last stream. For some reason it cut out. We're back live. 5:47 in the second. 2-1 Llewellyn over St. Charles. Llewellyn gets it to the blue line. It bounces out. They send it back in. It goes out of bounds. Face-off comes out to the blue line. Into the zone. Young gets it to Larsh. Out front for O'Kane. His shot on net. Steered into the corner. Knights try to get it out. O'Kane gets it back in front. Knights pick it up and start to break out with it. Into the zone. Gilbert knocks it into the corner. Into the far corner. Getting some help from Wiersbicki. Wiersbicki plays the body. Picks up the puck. And goes for a little skate. Wiersbicki cross ice to Larsh. He gets it on net. And they're going to hang on to that. We'll get a face-off in their zone. You see all the fans are on the boards over there. 5 minutes to go in the second.
I got a custom like that. Both the leads down.
Okay, shot goes in the corner. Puck comes out. Knights pick it up. Dump it in at the red line. Gilbert plays the body. Wiersbicki to Judd. Cross ice to Pitawanakwat. He chips it up center for Noble. He gets taken out. Whistle goes as the net comes off. The ref called it inside, but Catano overrules him. Come on. Wow. Judd gets it in front of the net. Knights get back. Shot blocked in front. Markowitz sends that around. Takes the late hits. Puck comes back to the blue line. Judd knocks it out to the blue line. Noble gets it. Tries to get that across. Knights get it back. It's knocked away by Burns. Knights pick it back up. They get a one-timer into the glove of Kessler. Markowicz to Burns. Gets that up to Billard. Billard gets it to the blue line. Crouchy gets it over into Llewellyn territory. Puts it out front. Llewellyn gets there first. At the blue line, Markowicz with some pressure, but it comes back into Cardinal territory. Burns keeps him outside. Might send it back to the blue line. D to D pass, big save. Kessler on the rebound, he's hanging on to that. .3:21 to go in the second. 2-1 for Llewellyn. Cardinals get a line change in. Burns ties up in the corner. Llewellyn walks up with it. Puck knocked away by Ashton. He gets that into the neutral zone. Jackson chips it up. Knights send it back into the zone. Burns to Bud. He gets that to Noble. Noble leaves it for Liam. Back Jackson. Over for Ashton. He gets that out front. Everyone's all tied up. Knights get it in the corner. Pressure from the Cardinals, keeping it in. Out comes Llewellyn into the zone. Drop pass knocked away by Ashton. Ashton enters the zone. He gets the shot. It's in! Holy Makina! 2-2 for real. 2:40 to go. It's second. Ashton Pitawanakwat tying the game. Nice laser shot there. And good strategic line change from the Cardinals to get that group out there. And now in comes Larsh. He gets a shot. It's saved, rebound, knocked loose. But the goalie finds it. O'Kane standing his ground, taking a couple shots from two players. O'Kane, though, not backing down. Everything's all fine. We'll go 5-on-5. Or what? Llewellyn's getting a penalty?
Come on, run up the play. Can I say that?
Power play. Out of that, yeah, like I said, O'Kane was taking shots from two players, but he's going to go to the box anyways. 5-on-5, no power play. Scoreboard said power play a second ago. Womp womp. So whatever, they both get 2 minutes for roughing. They'll be out with 33 seconds to go and a whistle or third period. All right, puck comes around. Ashton, stick check.
Good ball.
He's getting a hooking call there. Oh, power play for the Knights. 2:20 something. Judd gets it off the draw into the zone. ties up down low, killing that penalty. Knights get it back, start to break out with it. Llewellyn re-enters, pressure from the Cardinals, forces the play. They get a shot, that goes wide off of Kessler. Rebound picked up by the Knights. They missed the pass at the blue line. Knights back in their own zone. Pressure from Noble keeps that in the zone. Now the Knights get it out. In comes Gauchi. Slows him at the blue line. McLean chips it up. The Knights block it. McLean keeps the battle going, tying him up. He's double teamed, but puck's still against the wall. Gauchi helps him out, gets it to the blue line. Knights keep it in. They send it across ice. Try to get that pass in front. They're all tied up. Now they get a shot that's blocked. Knocked away by Gilbert. And now Noble to Gauchi. He streaks in. Oh, almost gets tripped there. Gauchi gets it out front. Knights send it out of the zone. Gilbert picks it back up for Cardinals. Fires it deep in the zone with 30 seconds to go in that penalty. Knights get it back behind the net. Pressure from Marshfield. In comes Gauchi. Gauchi steals it. Cuts in with it. Net goes off. It's not outside. It's off. Why is it? They took the net off. They took the net off.
They took the net off.
We did? All right. We'll give them the gears anyways. We got 23 seconds to go in the penalty, 50 seconds in the period. Off the draw, it's at the red line. Knights send it back to the blue. They chip it up. Burns gets it back. He's tied up at the red line, but he gets it deep into the zone. That should be high stick. No. Katana waves it off for the Knights. Ref was going to call it though. Waved off by the linesman. Puck blocked by Ashton. He gets in with it. His shot's blocked. Puck's in the corner. We're back to 5-on-5 with a couple seconds to go. 10 seconds left. Burns picks it up, chips it up center. Biller gets it. Now Crossway takes it out of the zone. Knights send it back in. Burns going to hang on to that as the period dies down. 2-2 after 2. 5-on-5 hockey. Shots are pretty even too. You get to enjoy the Zamboni skills live from Garson Arena now. All right, here we go. Third action. 15 minutes on the clock. Score tied 2-2 after 2 periods. Noble sends it back for Burns. He gets that to Crossway. Crossway up to Pinawanaquat. Cross ice to Judd into the zone. Back to Ashton. Back to Liam. His shot, glove save. Shots are roughly 18-16 in favor of St. Charles. But again, score tied at 2. 18 seconds into this third period. Face off, and the puck comes loose. Knights send it behind the net. Judd gets at the hash marks, gets that back for Burns. Burns gets a shot, that's deflected away by the Knights. Burns sends it cross ice for Noble. Noble sends it back in the zone. Ashton plays the body down low, gets it in front for Liam. His shot saved. Rebound comes out, the Knights pick it up. Into the zone. Judd leaves it for Noble. Jackson sends that cross ice for Ashton. He tries to get that back to Liam. The Knights get in the way. Knights chip it into the zone. Everyone's all tied up. Net comes off. Face off should come outside. Oh, yeah. This face off will come inside though, of course. It's in St. Charles zone. Let's see if Catano sends this one out. Oh, they're staying in the zone. Knights get in, shot goes wide. Step, kept in at the blue line. That shot blocked by Marshfield. Into the corner, they got a battle, and Gilbert sends it around to Markowicz. Markowicz gets it off the glove, and Carson gets it back in the Knights' territory. Knights send it out of the zone. Markowicz gets it at the red line, sends it back into Knights' territory, and we go in for some pressure. Llewellyn takes it behind the net. They cycle it in their own zone. Puck comes up the side. Now comes out. Pass across. Shot fired. Kessler with a big blocker save. Puck's in the corner, picked up by the Knights. They try to get out front. Carson blocks that pass and skates it out of the zone. Carson gets in, splits the defense. Just couldn't get that shot. Knights on the back check. Carson gets possession though, gets that to Marshfield. Back to Gauchi, to the blue line. Wiersbicky walks in, his shot through traffic, glove save. 12:42 to go in regulation time. 2-2 score. Puck comes out. McLean sends it back in. Good call. Ison waved off. Knights could have played that. Puck goes back in the corner. O'Kane gets there. Sends it back to the blue line for Wiersbicky. He walks across and in. His shot deflected. Knocked down by the Knights. They touch it face off inside. St. Charles on a line change. Shot deflected in front by Ashton. Goalie makes a save. Gets it back to the blue line. Get it behind the net. Judd gets there. Oh, he gets tied up in the corner. Gets some help from Ashton. Judd gets it back across. to McLean, his shot on net. Oh no, off the side of the net, off a deflection. Ashton picks it up, gets it back to Andy. His shot goes wide. Judd on the rebound, gets some help, but Knights send it out. Andrew sends it back in. Knights try and get a change in. Pressure from Judd and Noble and Pitawanakwat. Forced to play. Icing is going to be called. Both teams will go for a change here. Puck comes around, that should be icing, and it will be. The Knights fired around the boards off the draw. Crossweight stops him at the blue line, forces with the Knights. Pigeot on the back deck. Kessler gets his shot. Sorry, Knights get the shot. It's in. 3-2 Knights. 11 to go in regulation. Cardinals get it into the zone off the draw. Knights fire it off the glass and out of bounds. We'll get a face-off in Llewellyn territory. All right. Llewellyn clears it out of the zone. Won't make it for an icing. Burns is there. Burns gets it to Jackson. He chips it in the zone. Pressure from the Cardinals. Gets to the blue line. Burns keeps it in. Judd gets it over in front for Ashton. He gets his shot blocked. Rebound cleared out by Llewellyn. They get a shot off the glove of Kessler into the corner. Judd sends it to the blue line. Noble gets it back to Judd. Cross to Pitawanakwat into the zone. Hits the brakes, gets it in front. Noble finds Judd. His shot saved. Ten minutes to go in regulation. Llewellyn up 3-2. Llewellyn chips it out. That's going to be icing. Llewellyn chips it into the zone. Gilbert ties up in the corner. Getting some help. Llewellyn sends it to the blue line. They can't keep it in. The red line, they chip it up. Carson finds it. Gets some help from Billard. Go back in the zone, but Llewellyn sends it back. Gilbert chips it up. Center. Llewellyn finds it. They chip up the boards to McLean. McLean to Gilbert. Gilbert goes for a little skate. Chips it into the zone. Carson with some pressure. Comes back to the blue line. Just gets past. McLean picks up now. McLean fires that on net. Marshfield follows it up. Forces the whistle. 9 minutes left in regulation time. 3-2 for Llewellyn. Knights pick up the puck, send it into Cardinal territory. Pass in front, knocked away by Young. Now Patty turns with it, sends it cross ice. Now Llewellyn gets it back into the zone. Back check from Wiersbicky, and Crossway gets the puck. In front, blocked. Rebound cleared up to Young. Young enters the zone with O'Kane. Ooh, almost takes a knee there. Puck's cleared out. Crossway gets it back up to Wiersbicky. He's into the zone. His shot hits the shin pad into the corner. Knights chip it up. Noble gets it across to Judd. He gets it in front for O'Kane. Knocked away. And it comes out of the zone. Wiersbicky picks it up. Wiersbicky fires up the boards. The Knights keep it in. Shot blocked by Wiersbicky. Back check. They get another shot that's saved. Rebound up for Judd now. He sends that cross ice into the zone. Ashton chips it in. Now the Knights get it back. Knights get a shot. Off the stick and up and in. 7.5 minutes to go in regulation. 4-2 for Ellen. Anyone ties up behind the net. Puck comes out front. Shot saved from Kessler. Rebound to Llewellyn. Goes behind the net. Markowitz chips it up the boards. We're going to get a head contact call probably. Yeah, head contact. Four minutes for head contact. 7 minutes left in regulation. D to D, they get it in. Shot blocked in front, another shot saved, rebound's loose. That one's deflected behind the net. Knights get it back to the blue line. Cross ice pass, they can't get a shot. Burns gets a piece of it. Kessler makes a save. We're gonna get another penalty. No, they're gonna get the penalty. Slash is called, so 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then we'll be still the penalty kill for another minute and a half. Forward to Llewellyn. Judd gets it back to the blue line. Crossweight walks across. Gets it over for Gilbert. Gilbert cuts in, circles back at the hash marks. Now he walks in, gets a shot off the post. He gets his own rebound, sends it around for Judd. Judd tries to get that to Noble. It's blocked by Llewellyn. Now Crossway picks it up. Gets it over to Gilbert. Gilbert drops it for Judd. Judd cuts in. Gets out front for Gilbert. He has a shot blocked by Llewellyn. They send it behind the net. Judd with some pressure. Puck comes loose. Gilbert gets a piece of it. Llewellyn finds it at the hash marks. Sends it up. Llewellyn gets a shot that goes wide. St. Charles on the change. Now Llewellyn starts to break out with it into St. Charles zone. Shot from the slot goes over the net. Rebound cleared away by Gilbert. Crossway gets the loose puck to the blue line. Gets some help from Noble. Noble over for Gilbert. Gilbert chips it up. Gets some help from Carson, but offside is called. 5 minutes left in regulation. Four and four for 38 seconds. Then back on the penalty kill for a minute and a half. Knights chip it up the boards. Ashton gets it back. Knights battle and send it over to McLean. Andrew to Burns. Burns up for Gauchi. He chips that into the zone. Behind the net. Llewellyn sends it out. Icing called. All right, 15 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. 4:42 left in regulation. Ashton to Will, his shot saved, loose puck, held on to. Now Knights on the power play for a minute and a half. They come up through the neutral zone into Cardinal territory. Pressure, puck comes around. Knights keep it in, but Burns ties up the sidewall, or Billard ties up the sidewall. At the blue line, the Knights keep it in. They send it across, walk in, pass, try to go back door, doesn't work, and Billard clears it all the way down. Forward plays it for his teammate behind the net, and the Knights look to break out. Marshfield with some pressure. Knights bring it in. They get a shot off the side of the net. Rebound picked up by McLean, and he sends it all the way down. 35 seconds to go in the St. Charles penalty. Gauchi gets a piece of it. Young helps him out, but Knights re-enter. Pressure from Crossway. Gets the puck up to Gauchi. Gauchi turns with it. He enters his zone with Young. Over for Young, but they just tie it up. Young sends it back down low for Gauchi. 3 seconds to go on the penalty, and now we're back to 5-on-5. With 3 minutes to go in regulation as the Knights bring the puck over the blue line. Shot saved by Kessler. The rebound goes in. (5-2) Llewellyn. .247 to go in regulation. Noble circles back, starts to head up the other way with it. Enters the zone, gets into the slot with it. Help from Ashton. Tries to get that back to Gilbert, just doesn't connect though. Vinny gets the loose puck. Gilbert comes out with it, ships it up the sidewall, sent back for Kessler. Now Peugeot coming up the side with it, enters the zone. Into the corner. Ties up, gets some help from Ashton. He gets that back to Gilbert. He gets a shot. That's blocked. Judd gets it in the corner, tries to get it in front. Knight send it around. Back to the blue line. Gilbert's there. He's got a second. He gets that across to Peugeot. He gets a shot. Glove save. 1:41 left in regulation. A game 1 in a best of 5 series. Llewellyn up 5-2. Puck comes around and out. McLean gets there before the goal line. Gets it over for Burns. Cross ice pass. Knights get it back in the neutral zone. Dump it in. Burns to Billard. Up for Marshfield. Marshfield ties up at center. Gets some help from Gauchi. Get that out of the zone. The Knights dump it back in. Back onside. Moving into the final minute of regulation time. Llewellyn taking game 1 of this 5-game series. Or potential 5-game series. Icing called. 45 seconds left in regulation. Game 2 of the finals will be on Monday night, 7:30. We'll be out at Countryside for that. Home game for Llewellyn. And if you're interested, tomorrow at 5:15, the Sudbury Lady Wolves U18 team will be playing at 5:15 if you want to tune in. They're in their playoff series. They got 1 tie, 1 loss, first to 4 points. Cardinals get it back in the zone. O'Kane to Larsh. Larsh puts it out front. O'Kane's shot deflected behind the net. Knights chip it up center. Knocked down by Wiersbicky. O'Kane gets a piece of it. Pretty late hits. Late hit from both teams. We're both going to get a penalty here. Seconds to go in regulation. Oh no, he was calling the same penalty. No, he mistook that. We should have got one for interference too. Anyways, no big deal. Game's basically over. Less than 20 seconds, 3-goal spread. One goes into the corner. Back to the blue line. Wiersbicky keeps it in. His shot. Saved. 7 seconds to go. Crossley. Tied. Let's play some more. I gotta go. Alright, that's the end of the game. Game 2 will be on Monday night, like I said. And if you want to watch more hockey, we'll be back tomorrow night with some Lady Wolves. Thanks for tuning in.